Okay, so let's make things a little more complicated by showing you how to set up for a midpoint installation. Remember, this is where the cable can be installed in one continuous length, first in one direction and then the other from the same chamber. And to achieve this, we use a fleeting machine. First of all, set up the blowing machine and cable drum as you would for a normal end-to-end installation. It's always best practice when attempting a midpoint installation to start with the longest length first. Why? Because you want to fleet off the shortest length before installing the second section. When the first section of cable has been provided, unscrew the tractor drive and airbox chamber. Then, disconnect the temporary subduct from the main subduct section of the chamber. While the temporary section of subduct is still attached to the front of the machine, carefully pull some slack cable and feed a loop through the fleeter and into the fleeting basket. Reposition the blowing machine so that the free end of the subduct can be clamped to the top of the fleeting mechanism. Here, we're only using the tractor drive to pull the cable from the drum into the fleeter, so no compressed air or cable seals need to be used. The tractor drive can now be tightened and the airbox closed. Start the machine and gradually control the flow of cable, making sure that it runs smoothly and evenly into the fleeting basket. Once enough cable has been run off, stop the machine, take the cable out of the tractor drive and seal the end with caps end sealing 16. We can now reposition the blowing machine ready to install the second section of cable. Once the best setup has been achieved, we need to attach a temporary section of subduct from the front of the blowing machine onto the pre-installed subduct of section 2. The cable path from the fleeting mechanism into the subduct should be as smooth as possible. As this point will be in midsection, the temporary piece of subduct will need to be removed, so try and make it as short as possible without causing any problems. This piece of duct can later be removed with longitudinal cutters. This time the compressor is required, so remember that the cable seals are required within the airbox. When the second section of cable has been installed, remove the temporary piece of subduct, fit the watertight seals into the subduct connectors and coil the maintenance loop of cable into the box. We should be looking to leave around 15 meters of cable. And that's it, a midpoint installation.